Hello and welcome back to Broadside Game with me Zug, and it is patch day, which means lots of changes. So we are taking a look at the veteran and finding out what's going on. So there has been quite a big change, which I'm going to get to first because uh, it's a very annoying change, and that is exploit weakness. And the change to this, well, they say it's not a change, it was a miswording. That was that it doesn't actually apply rending, it applies brittleness. So it says talent exploit weakness increased from 2.5% to 10 and set a max stacks of 2. The description currently reads rending but should say brittleness. So yeah. So I'm going to be updating a lot of the guides because we don't really give a crap about brittleness, to be honest. I mean, it does help, but it isn't rending, and that's what we were gauging it for. So straight off the bat, I would say if you have gone the rending route for Vanguard and Exploit Weakness, dump the points out and stick it into Crit and Grenadier, because another crack grenade is always good. They have reduced down rending strikes as well from 15 down to 10, so that is basically a 5% damage nerf, but Onslaught still applies rending. I don't think they actually did anything to Onslaught. Nope, they did not. But yeah, it it is what it is. So we've lost exploit weaknesses doing rending. So for now, my snap judgment is steer clear of it, put the point somewhere else. But there hasn't been much testing for this. I've literally uploaded the patch notes an hour ago, so it may turn out to be brilliant. It might not. Who knows at this point? Anyway, other abilities. So they've changed Smoke Grenade, added a small stagger to the Smoke Grenade explosion, and increased its base duration to 15 seconds with Grenade Tinkerer. Oh no, with Grenade Tinkerer, they've changed it to 30 seconds. They've just worded a lot of this very, very badly. I know English isn't like their first language, but I mean, it reads very difficultly. Jesus, it sounds like English isn't my first bloody language either. It's difficult to skim read, is what I mean. Crack Grenade, what have they done to that? Changed the behaviour of the talent Twisted Blast. Twinned Blast, which I can't complain about their wording when I can't even speak it. They've changed Twin Blast, so it doesn't stick 2 grenades to one target, it sticks 1 grenade and the other grenade drops to the left or to the right. It's basically what it's done. Volley Fire and Executioner Stance allow cooldown to tick during Volley Fire and Executioner Stance, but increase the cooldown from 25 to 35 seconds, meaning basically playing better while Executioner Stance is will reward you more, but if you mess up, you've got a longer cooldown. Counter Fire, which is that one. Now also added Scab Stalkers, and they fixed it so it doesn't break when you're using a shotgun or a stub revolver, which is good. It's nice. But what I really care about is voice of command, because I really love voice of command. And what have they done to that? Oh, let me tell you. I did just have it here and it rolled off. There we go. Reduced its cooldown from 45 seconds to 30. Added a stronger stagger to voice of command that can now stagger monstrosities. So it's just better than it was, which is nice. And the ability only in death does duty end. So increase cooldown. Increased cooldown increased from 33% to 50%, With the reduced cooldown of voice command, this adds up to the same 15 extra seconds. So they've fiddled with it, but it does the exact same thing. Duty and honor increase the toughness gained from 50 to 100 and the duration from 10 to 15. And they fixed an issue where it wasn't playing a sound. So duty and honor has just been buffed really, really nicely. So voice command builds are generally stronger. So hooray for that. They changed dead shot, so moved away from percentages of stamina to a flat stamina cost. Exploit weakness is brittleness and makes us sad. It actually says here increases sad. No, sorry, that's my own feelings. Increases sadness. And rending strikes has been slightly nerfed. Demolition team has now been clarified, so you have a 5% chance to give yourself a grenade and not your team. That's all we care about anyway. Us and our grenades. They're ours, not for anyone else. Don't touch them. But all in all, like, yeah, we've lost a bit of rending, which isn't great, but I mean, with rending strikes and onslaught, should be all right, and we can probably make the damage up somewhere else. But at this point in time, it will take some testing. But it isn't great. Maybe taking that 5% range damage, but it's still quite a lot of. It's a big chunk of change that we've lost. So it's going to take a bit of fiddling around to figure out how to put it back into the build. For now, I suggest grenades. Take more crack grenades. They haven't nerfed them. They're still as silly as they were, and you can still be downing monstrosities and bosses with them with relative ease. But they have changed infiltrate, and what have they done to infiltrate? Well, I shall tell you. Demon hosts can now spot you while you have infiltrate on, so people can stop trying to troll the team because the demon host will just kick your teeth in. As they should, because that was getting really annoying. The cooldown has been reduced from 60 to 45 and increased its duration from 6 to 8 seconds. Other than that, not particularly changed. Demon host can see you, you get a bit more time inside of it, and the cooldown's reduced. All round, not too bad. So the biggest hit we've taken is to exploit weakness and rending strikes. I mean, with the reduced cooldown, it might be worth now going down to for the Emperor, just for that base damage for 5 seconds, but still, it's not gonna. I'm thinking possibly over this way to get the extra just range damage. But rending does pretty much only how they've calculated it. It goes. It's a very weird calculation they've got, but basically 1% of rending equals 1% damage. That's kind of what it breaks down to. So we could try and make it up in here and possibly in kill zone as well. But, you know, we'll work on that. Now, this is just a brief overview of what they've done. I haven't done much. I haven't really changed the builds apart from switching out the points here to pick up more grenades and a bit more crit. I hope this helps, folks. This is just a very brief overview of what the biggest changes are, just so people can adjust quickly. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you have, please like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notification. It really does help us out. And until the next video, take it easy and I shall see you later.